What's going on, guys? Instant Classic 8 here. In the next couple of weeks, we're going to see the release of SmackDown vs. Raw 2008. So I thought I'd just let you guys in on some of my thoughts on the wrestling games that have been coming out these past couple of years and everything. This video is going to be about the worst of the worst that I've actually played. I'm not saying these are the five worst ever, but in my case, these are the worst games I've ever played. We're gonna start off with number 5. It is WWF Royal Rumble for the Dreamcast. Even though I'm a Dreamcast fanboy, I love the Dreamcast, and I was excited to see this wrestling game come on there. It was horrible. They only had like 20 superstars. Actually, they had 22 superstars. And the funny thing about it is, the game was called Royal Rumble. And what was good about this game is, during the Royal Rumble, you can have up to 9 people in the match. I'm not saying you can have like 9 people actually playing on the Dreamcast, but you can have 9 people at one time in the Royal Rumble. And of course, everyone knows the Royal Rumble, you can have, it's a 30-man match. But this game only had 20, I think it was 21. I think it was 21. You can have 21. No, the game only had 21 superstars. So that means, 21 superstars in the game versus 30 for the Royal Rumble match. It didn't add up. So in the match, you saw guys come out there twice. The gameplay, it was okay, but it was nothing special. I was very disappointed by this game. They could have done a lot better, but I had to work with what I had. Number 4, I actually still own this game. I got a couple more here. This game right here, WWF Attitude for the PlayStation. The first PlayStation, excuse me. This game, coming off the, this game is not on my list, so I can show you. Coming off the, I guess you would call it success of WWF Warzone, we got WWF Attitude. First off, this game took very, very, very long to come out. I think it was supposed to come out in, I think like May or something of 1999. It didn't come out till I think like August or so. One being the unfortunate death of Owen Hart. They had to take him out of the game. They also made a good tribute. Well, not really tribute, but they put his picture at the end of the video package of this game, which is cool. And he's also in the game, which is also good to see. But it was delayed long. Secondly, the gameplay was pretty much the exact same from Warzone. Warzone was good because it was something new, and it was for the PlayStation, so everyone was like, okay, this is good. But Attitude, they pretty much just stuck the same thing on there and just added more wrestlers. That's all they did. The create a wrestler was a little bit better than the WWF Warzone, but it still wasn't much. I still like to go play this game and just listen to the theme music, like Dan Severance, because that music's so great. The matches in here, they were so slow, and and add on freaking The King and Shane McMahon for commentary. It just didn't add up for a good game. I was so let down by this game, even though they had a bunch of superstars that I love. This game was bad. It's horrible. Don't play this game. We have number 3, WCW NWO Thunder. I don't own this game, and the reason is because this game is horrible. Okay, this game, if you all play WCW Nitro, it's just like WWF Attitude. It's the exact same game. It's the exact same as Nitro, but they added more wrestlers to it. That's all. It was basically an arcade wrestling game. Didn't take a lot of skill to win these matches. I remember I could just beat Sting in like 3 minutes with DDP or something. One thing that just really bothered people about this game is they had 120 playable characters in this game. No, I didn't say wrestlers, I said characters. Like half, even a quarter of these guys were wrestlers. The rest were like people from Japan, and they had like dogs and clowns as wrestlers. It was so stupid. And like I said, add on the cheesy effects in the arenas and the stupid music, and no commentary. It added up for a very, very bad game. I did not enjoy that at all. Uh, the only thing I could enjoy was when you selected the character. You had to, I guess you push like select or something, and the guys will pull off like a little 20-second, 10-second promo or something. I just remember the Booker T had the absolute best one. That was so great. If I can find that, I'd mark out. But that's for a different day. We move on to number 2, and this is going to surprise a lot of people. But this is my feeling, and I feel that this is the second worst game ever created, and it is called SmackDown vs. Raw 2007. This piece of crap right here. Let me tell you something about this, okay? This game has so much anticipation to it, and it was horrible, okay? They introduced a analog system, like grapple system, which is so pointless because the one in SmackDown vs. Raw 2006 was so good, you know, and they just introduced this, which made no sense. Then they had stuff like hot spots, where if you get in the spot, your guy was like on or something. Stupid. Your They had like you can play in the crowd and everything. You can wrestle in the crowd. You know, like up in the right corner of the screen, you could go in there, and then you had like the scaffold and everything. It was so pointless because all you would do is you would run out the ring, go to there, climb over the guardrail, and just wait until till your opponent came over there. And it was just stupid. It was pointless to put it out there. It had no meaning to it. Another thing about this game, of course, outdated wrestlers. They spend so much time on the graphics. Honestly, I can care less. Well, I love graphics, but I can care less about them. If you can make more guys and keep it up to date, I would much rather have that. But they spent just such little time, and then they put stupid guys on there, Paul Burchill and everything. It was just dumb. Story mode was so competitive. GM mode, it was horrible like usual. The freaking one thing I did like from previous SmackDown games, the ladder match / Money in the Bank. In the previous games, it was like all you had to do was go up to the top of the ladder, hang on to the belt for about 5 seconds, and then the match was over. I'm like, okay, that just made no sense because the AI was just so smart. They just went right after the belt, and they got it. This game, it takes so long to win a ladder match. Okay, I remember being online. I'm not kidding. I was online playing a 4-way Money in the Bank ladder match, and it took about close to an hour and 15 minutes to complete, just because people kept regaining strength. And not only that, when you try to get the briefcase or the belt, you gotta hold the analog stick and place and then find your sweet spot and then just hold it there until it depletes. But what happens is your strength depletes before the briefcase or the title does, so it adds up to just a dumb game. It does not make sense at all. Like I said, this game is horrible. Okay, granted, you got some good wrestling on here. I've played Kurt Angle versus Bret Hart so many times. Kurt Angle, Bret Hart, Chris Benoit. I've done it so many times, but it's just dumb. I mean, they've made Great Khali. He is untouchable in this game. For what? That's just stupid. The only thing you can do, like, I was dumb enough. I played with the Great Khali, and Chris Benoit was champion, and I destroyed Chris Benoit, had Khali as champion. Then I tried to get freaking, I don't know who it was, Rey Mysterio or somebody to beat Khali, and it just wouldn't happen. So I had to get Undertaker to beat him, and then I could get Batista to beat Undertaker, and then Cena to beat Batista, and it just kept going down and down. It's so stupid. It's not realistic. Don't buy this game. But even worse than this game, this piece of crap right here is the number 1 game in my list. The absolute worst wrestling game ever is called WWF Betrayal for the Game Boy Color. This game was crap. Okay, bottom line. This game took about 30 minutes to beat. Alright, here's the plot. You can play as either Stone Cold Steve Austin, The Rock, Triple H, or Undertaker. What happens is you start the game with your character, and all of a sudden they're put into a match and they lose. You can't play the match. They just lose the match and you lose your title. Then what happens is you go backstage and you have to talk to Vince McMahon. Vince McMahon tells you that somebody has kidnapped Stephanie McMahon and he needs you to go find her. And if you find her, you'll get a world title match. So basically, this is not even a wrestling game. This is like a beat 'em up, a side scrolling game. It's stupid. It only takes about 30 minutes to beat. These guys, the bad guys, consist of like cameramen and backstage janitors and referees. It's stupid. It's completely pointless. Look it up on Wikipedia if you want to see it. This is absolutely the worst game you ever play. I actually used to own this piece of crap. Don't play it. Those are my top 5 or bottom 5, I guess. The top 5 all time is coming soon. It's the Classic A. Got to check you guys later.